Yo, what's up guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be providing you guys with the best Ollie guide. Ollie is the newest mythic brawler in Brawl Stars, introduced on January 30th, 2025. As a tank class character, he carries high health and unique abilities centered around his hoverboard and music themed attacks. This guide provides you with a deep, in-depth look at Ollie's stats, abilities, gadgets, star powers, best build, and strategies to maximize his potential on the battlefield. Let's start with his base stats. So, let's start with his base stats. Health. At level 1, Ollie has 5,600 health, which increases to 11,200 at power level 11. That is chunky. Main attack. Bring the ruckus. Ollie's primary attack unleashes a piercing sound wave in a narrow cone, dealing damage to all enemies in its path. It deals 850 damage at power 1, however, it scales up to 1,700 at power level 11. Please note, these stats may change because depending on Brawl Stars, they might buff him or nerf him or give him some immediate balance changes. So don't be too certain with these stats because these stats could change. His super is probably the most exciting mechanic about him, and it's called Hypnotize. And just as the name states, yes, you can hypnotize your opponents. Ollie's super allows him to dash forward on his hoverboard, performing a trick that charges a music blast. After a 1.5 second delay, he releases a shockwave that damages enemies and hypnotizes them for 2.5 seconds. Hypnotized enemies uncontrollably move toward Ollie, and they cannot use their attacks, super, or hypercharge during this period. Ollie is also muting during the delay, preventing him from using any active abilities. The super can be interrupted if Ollie is stunned, pulled, or knockbacked, and he cannot dash through walls or water. Now the good thing about Ollie is a tank, and he does have the tank trait, which allows Ollie to charge his super by taking damage from enemies. It requires a damage equal to 2.4 times his maximum health to fully charge his super. Now moving on to Ollie's gadgets and star powers, and then I'll show you guys the overall build. His first gadget is called Regulate. Ollie jumps forward 3 tiles, performing a kick flip that hypnotizes nearby enemies for 1 second upon landing. This move allows him to transverse obstacles like walls or water and provides brief immunity during the jump. His second gadget is called All Eyes on Me. Activating this gadget makes Ollie's next attack hypnotize enemies for 1 second. Moving on to his star powers. His first star power is called Kick Push. Very creative. While moving near walls, Ollie's movement speed increases by 20%, enhancing his mobility and allowing for quicker repositioning. His second star power is called Renegade. Damn, Renegade Raider. After using his super, Ollie gains a shield that initially blocks 4,000 damage, decaying over 4 seconds. This provides added survivability during engagements. Now, what would you guys think the best build for Ollie is, now that I told you guys his gadget and his star power? Well, if you are playing 3 vs 3, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are playing 3 vs 3, because number 1, definitely do not play Ollie in solo showdown. Ollie in solo showdown, you're literally setting yourself up for disaster. So if you are playing 3 vs 3, first of all, the gadget you're going to be using is All Eyes on Me. Activating this gadget makes Ollie's next attack hypnotize enemies hit for 1 second. For the gears, you're going to be using the damage gear. This is because Ollie does not deal a lot of damage, and once you are low on HP, you want to be dealing as much damage as possible, so make sure you're using the damage gear. For his star power, now this one realistically depends on the map, which is very, very sad. But if you want to save your coins, I recommend that you buy Renegade, because Renegade makes it so that Ollie gains a shield, whereas the other star power, he only gains 20% increase of a speed buff when near walls. Most of the time, the maps that you're going to play Ollie are in closed maps, by the way, so make sure you are playing Ollie in closed maps. Maps that have lots of walls are closed maps. Most of the time, the map is actually going to be broken down, so you won't have that many walls. So I recommend that you buy Renegade. It's just a better value for coins. However, if you do want to buy Kick and Push, go ahead, go and buy it. But that's just the overall build I would use. For the last gear, I want to be making sure I'm using the health gear. Ollie needs health so much, and the best way to get health is with the health gear. So make sure you buy the health gear with Ollie. Now, some strategies and tips with Ollie. is number 1, control focus. Ollie's abilities make him effective in control-oriented game modes. For example, his best game modes, I would say, is Gem Grab and Hot Zone. Gem Grab and Hot Zone. I'm going to say it one more time. Just one more time so you guys know what I'm talking about. Gem Grab and Hot Zone. His super can disrupt enemy formations, allowing your team to gain positional advantage. Even though Ollie isn't a controller, I feel like he can definitely be used as a controller, which is something I love about brawlers. I love brawlers who can play different types of classes. For example, Ash. Ash is a tank, however, he can be used as well as an assassin. And Ollie here is a tank, but he can be used as a controller as well. Team synergy. This is going to probably be the most important tip with Ollie, so I need you guys to open up your ears and listen to the yap I'm about to say. It's not like I haven't been yapping for the past God knows how many minutes, but this one, it's not yap, alright? Team synergy. Pair Ollie with high damage allies who can capitalize on Yo, the stutter goes crazy. Pair Ollie with high damage allies who can capitalize on hypnotized enemies. His control abilities can set up opportunities for teammates to secure kills. Think about it. Let's say you're Ollie. Once you dash in with your super, you're going to be so vulnerable and you're going to need a team that can help you get out that vulnerability. But the worst thing that can possibly happen with Ollie is you playing Ollie with, let's say, 2 throwers. Now, on paper, that might sound pretty good. You've got a high HP brawler with 2 throwers. But as soon as you use that super, keep in mind, the enemy team's going to be hypnotized. And that is literally the best opportunity you have to kill them. But how are you going to kill the enemy with 2 throwers? You need to make sure that when you're playing Ollie, you should have at least 2 damage dealers. Maybe, of course, a support, but make sure you always have a damage dealer. That way, as soon as Ollie uses his super, he will be able to hypnotize enemies and the damage dealer will be able to burst the enemies down whilst they're hypnotized, securing a quick and easy kill. Number 3, map awareness. Utilize Ollie's mobility, especially near walls if you are using your star power that provides speed during walls, to navigate the battlefield efficiently. His kick push star power enhances movement speed near walls, allowing for rapid rotations and escapes. Now, since Ollie hasn't got the best range, you're going to want to be using your walls to your advantage so you can sneak up to enemies and kill them. Next tip is super timing. Be mindful of the delay before Ollie's super activates. So make sure whenever you dash with your super, always have at least over 5,000 health. If you don't have over 5,000 health, don't even think about using your super. I don't care how low the enemy is. Remember, just because you're a tank doesn't mean you don't die. You can easily die by the burst of 3 brawlers. Literally, if you're going to dash into a whole team, forget about it. Forget about it. Unless you are on full HP and you can easily win that game. Now, I'm going to say a big no-no for his super. Don't just dash in because you see, oh, these guys are low. They're probably not going to be able to kill me. But keep in mind, once people are low, they will have the damage gear activated and they can do even more damage than before. So don't underestimate other brawlers when using your super. Now, I really hope that y'all understood today's video. If you did, smash the like and subscribe button. If you didn't, I recommend that you rewatch the video. I'm sorry, guys. This is a whole lot one. I tried to record this video because I'm sick and I really need to produce content. So I hope it wasn't too much for you guys. Peace out. I hope y'all master Ollie and also get him to max tier, because this guy is such a free max tier.